I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, we have got so much to go through. I've probably completed the biggest series of trades in FC Barcelona, that's my Sorare club, history over the last week or so. We've had some massive outgoings and some really on brand and really powerful enhancements to the club as we're staring down the barrel of FC Barcelona's 2-year anniversary. It will be a week on Monday. It is the 20th of June, and we've got so much in store for the club's 2-year anniversary. We'll be going through all of that in the video today, as well as my strategy on this period of the season, how I'm going to try and approach it with the change in position that my club is taking, as well as all the details of the content coming at you on both my channels, and Sorare TV and Quinny 3001. At any point in the video today, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do continue to support the channel by like, subscribe, sharing and retweeting and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. This month, I'm giving away a rare under-23 midfielder, Luciano Ferreira of Rosario Central, and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, as you might imagine, I had to emotionally prepare for this kind of transaction for a long time. A lot of the cards I've had in my club, because my club is about to become 2 years old, a lot of the ones that I've had over those 2 years basically at this point have been great servants to the club, you know, part of some really amazing memories of me tuning into games, seeing amazing world-class goals, finishing on podiums, winning divisions, you know, winning rewards in general, all that good stuff, you know. But you know, there's a line that has to be drawn at every club, and at FC Barcelona we just fought with, you know, coming up to 2 years, and with the choice available now in the market for exactly what we see being the FC Barcelona brand on the Sorare leaderboards, we felt it was a perfect time to make an executed move in the market. Now, when I say perfect time, I mean for acquisition. It's been a great time to acquire cards in the market in terms of the way pricings went over the last month or so with Ethereum moving down, because one thing that I've found, and this is something for you guys at home certainly, is that at the top end of the market, certainly, like, the change in price with the movement of Ethereum is much slower, and it's one of these ones that, you know, rare prices and limited prices, you know, they move fairly quickly with any rapid changes in the price of Ethereum, because so many more of those transactions are done, in my opinion at least anyway, from the outside looking in, on fiat, debit cards, that kind of thing. That, along with marquee cards that are always going to have good value, but could help the club get cards of a similar or better caliber that fit in with the mold, with the theme that, you know, the club runs. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you'll know already I'm an avid Celtic supporter. I've been a New York City supporter since inception. I've been a Man City supporter since like 98 or 99 or something like that. And I've got this like affinity with the Red Bull group. I really, you know, it's one of these things I don't really talk about enough, I suppose, on content, but like, in terms of like football development, like I kind of like these big networks. I like that, you know, I like bringing football to different parts of the world and try and integrate talent so that, like, the guy in Venezuela who lives in, like, you know, poverty or whatever, he can be spotted by a scout that could take him to somewhere else and make a footballing career if he's good enough, you know. I always remember something when I was in school, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of these teacher moments, you know, where they say something and it sticks with you, but it's like, you know, the smartest person in the world could be born in like the desert somewhere and have like no access to technology or whatever, and they could be somebody, but because they're never found, they never become that person, if that makes sense. So I love that aspect of football, that it can reach everywhere if organised correctly, and bring through talent to the biggest stage that it should be on. And my club, FC Barcelona, is built like that. There's tons of clubs in football that I think, me personally, like I could definitely fall in love with as just being like a football lover and just seeing what different clubs are all about. But for my club, I've got a very obvious, very apparent set of strategies and themes and tactics, and I've managed to strengthen them in this time period. I'm loving the Hall of Fame. I'm probably not going to be tampering with that, but I have finally, guys, I have finally acquired some of the key pieces in the club that when I was drawing out my plans on the board, you know, I thought I need a guy like this. I need a Kyogo super rare. I need a Johnny Russell back in the club. Amadou Haidara, I can take a wee bit of speculation on him. He kind of fits in with like my tentative kind of play that I'm going to have with Champion Euro. I'm just quite happy consolidating with some of the key pieces that I like there. That can be and will be really handy for like Global All-Star and that kind of thing. I went and got the super rare Maeda. I got another super rare Hitate, but with this one being a defender, it then potentially gives me the opportunity to not worry about like Carter Vickers is now signed, but he's very expensive. But I don't need to worry about Starfelt. Is there going to be another left back come in to replace Taylor? I think Hitate is going to play in midfield the majority of the season and have him take up the defender slot. And with the defender card being the most 100 capable card to date anyway for Rio Hitate, I think it's going to be with him, my unique McGregor, super rare Maeda, super rare Furuhashi. I'm so excited for it. And obviously you guys will have seen some other stuff we've done recently. Like I sold Tonali, I sold Renato Sanchez, I did Kostic on a deal before the big deal where I sold, guys, I brought in over 10 ETH into the gallery in the one transaction, never mind the ones I was kind of doing dotting around it. And it's funny because I'd totally siloed off everything that wasn't either Celtic related, City Football Group related, or Red Bull related, like everything else, except for then like Isaka rare, because I've had him for ages, and like Carlos Soler rare, because again I've had that forever, and the Valencia trip meant so much to me, and he did like 3 decisives or something in there, double decisive in the game. So the Carlos Soler had to stay. But otherwise, everything else was on the table. And, negotiations went a lot of different directions. I ended up having people come in for individual cards, and I managed to make good individual transactions on doing them. But one thing I found trying to sell in bulk, certainly, is that there's not as much room for, like, reasoning on base prices, because, like, when you're selling in bulk, you're typically offering a discount for doing such a thing, which is fine. And a lot of the cards, and again, I'll be talking about this in a lot more detail in different exact elements and aspects, but so many of the cards I sold are going to ripen very well and play very well. I feel like I sold a few of them prematurely, but for me, it's about the net result. At this point of the year, we're getting ready for the new European season. I'm positioned in such a way that me not having a super rare Kyogo and a super rare Maeda, I've already got Giacomakis, I've already got an Ideguchi super rare, I've already got a Taylor super rare, and you can think about these things that I'm saying at any scarcity level if you're thinking about rares, if you're mainly a limited player, or if you're thinking about getting your first couple of limiteds if you're a common player. But like me having that piece that I value so highly in my heart and in my wallet, I guess, that Calmac, that I can't not surround it with pieces that I think are going to really complement it and maximize it. And I feel that now going forward for the rest of the season, that even though my gallery, like, I've not actually sold that many rares, I've not sold any limiteds on this occasion, it's been primarily super rares. I went from having like 40 odd, 50 limiteds down to under 30, so a significant portion of them are the ones that have went out. And I feel that I managed to also keep through a lot of the negotiations key guys that I do love footballing wise, I have fell in love with through Sorare. One being my Florian Wirtz, I managed to keep a hold of him, although there was lots of negotiations going around on him. And Ezequiel Barco has also managed to stay at the club. I just found, like, for Barco, like, trying to replace him as a super rare U23 is a nightmare, So it's one of these guys that, even though he is still worth a lot, then he would have contributed to like profit margins in that deal or whatever. I managed to make better deals elsewhere that then allowed me to keep the Barco off the table. And then it got to the point where I was like, I've got Maeda. All I really needed was Kyogo. And then I'm now on the fence about a Joe Hart, but I just think Joe Hart's just for a super rare is just going to be mental priced. So I'm not thinking about that until he's had like 7 cards out. Then maybe I can get a fair price for him or something, But I definitely feel as we pod on, as I'm recording this, it's the 12th of June. It's very quickly going to be European fever season, very, very quickly. And FC Barcelona, my club, has always been about being ahead of the game and being settled as much as possible. I very rarely stress myself out about the price I'm paying for cards, as long as I'm getting the cards I want at a price I can tolerate. SRD values and valuations are very helpful, and you should never be paying over the odds miles of these numbers, of course, but you always want to be getting below these numbers, of course, and looking for opportunities and where the quiet spells are in the market is always the best way to operate. And sometimes that means selling stuff when you don't want to sell it necessarily. And I feel a little bit vindicated because I did that trade earlier in the week, and subsequently from there, ETH went down. And again, rares and limiteds will move very quickly with ETH moving down. But as I mentioned in that trade, I did relieve myself of a lot of super rares where those guys take much longer to change in mature in price with changes in Ethereum, especially when Ethereum is so volatile week to week. You know, it's 1,500 and then it's 1,100. A massive change like that in the super rare market is just like, it's like waiting for the Titanic to turn around. It just takes so much longer. So I do feel with super rares that I need to be attached to them. I've always felt that with super rares, but I do feel over maybe like the last 7 months, I went a little bit more frivolous. And you know, the intention was with a lot of those guys, I suppose, to sell them in to the European, you know, kind of hype for the new season, if you like, which I think their time will come, and that's part of the stuff I'm talking about. Some of these cards were definitely like underpriced in the market, as well as discounted for me by selling them on bulk. But it's about picking your battles, you know, like when we're building our galleries, like you should always have as many different strategies and angles at play, whether it be a theme for your SO5, like a stack that you're building, or a team that you support and you're looking to get ex-players or current players, young up-and-coming guys, backup goalkeepers, the league that's out of season now, that in a month everyone's going to be thinking about again. You know, these different wings of your gallery, and then it's about selling them at the best opportunity you can to then strengthen the ones that you really care about and the ones that you're really pushing forward with. Even if you look at the NYC cards I've been picking up over the last like couple of days or whatever, Malte Amundsen is a jersey number. Tolkien, I managed to get a 1 of 100. He was like the only one on the market in this season. He's a Red Bull kid. He's U23 defender. It was an easy purchase to make on economics. Same with Haidara. He's losing U23 status, but with Adams linked to Leeds, I think that'll go through if Jesse Marsh wants him. He'll want to play in the Prem for his profile because that's just the way it is. And subsequently, Limer is also linked away. So I think Haidara fit is going to be a great card next year. And I hope that speculation, and that's the kind of speculation I'm now narrowing myself into, is ones that fit the mold of the club and will be useful in an SO5 setting, or maybe just a cap app setting. The Thiago Andrade is also a shirt number, and I've got some other NYC guys as well. It's Chanot, shirt number. Keaton Parks' shirt number's 55. That'll take a while. Callan's shirt number, and I've got another couple of ones I'm trying to hunt down as well. Is all these champion Celtic cards, and then with like the remaining kind of little ETH balance that I had after doing that big bulk sale, I just ran in and got myself a Champion Heart and a Vickers since he's signed on now, big CCV in the house. And I've also bought this Furuhashi. Now this Furuhashi here, 129 out of 1,000 for this season. I'm actually going to be giving this away, guys. I've got like the club's anniversary is a week on Monday, which is the 20th of June. In the morning, there should be an amazing video. It's all booked up with the guys, but there should be an amazing morning podcast vibey video on the channel that you've been expecting over the last couple of weeks. And then at night time, there's going to be an Apex star-studded stream for you. So the giveaway will be on the Monday. The giveaway for the Furuhashi. It'll be all on Twitter and stuff. I've not really worked out how I'm going to do it. If it'll be a tweet or in the live chat or whatever it'll be. But yeah, so there's going to be a big Monday on the channel for FC Barcelona's 2-year anniversary. And in the lead up to that, guys, I'm going to be doing as much as I possibly can. I will have limited time in the studio next week, again, just down to family commitments and stuff. But when I am in, I've got everything kind of scripted and drafted up and ready to go. There's going to be tons of player profiles coming out, club profiles for the next European season, as well as all the stuff out of Europe that I've been exposing myself to and been watching in, you know, this kind of time. It's not been much, granted, you know, but I'm doing more and more, as well as the End Product podcast, of course, me, Tony Watt, and Plastician. The video version of that is always on the Sorare TV YouTube channel, so if you just go and subscribe to that, you get daily Sorare content as well as that podcast as soon as it's edited on normally a Thursday. It's also available in all the podcast places, as well as the members section of the channel. Be sure to check that out. If you go on the homepage of the channel, hit the members section. In there, we'll have streams coming back on, as well as dedicated content, as well as early access content. It's going to be a massive run up, guys, because once the club is 2 years old, and then we're staring down the barrel, hopefully, of, you know, an almighty European season. And then obviously for the football festivities, we have that Winter World Cup involved. I just feel it's going to be a great time. The party is very much going to be kicking back off, I think, you know, with the new European season. FC Barcelona, I think I'm ready. I think I'm prepared. I think I'm all set and ready to rock and roll. How do you feel? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you ready for, and again as well, when I say are you ready for the new European season, there's still going to be MLS cards playing, Argentinian, Brazilian cards, these guys, Japanese, K-League, there's still a lot of these guys still around. Those calendars do marry up a little bit better than normal this year. So how do you feel for when the European season comes on, that increase in competition, as well as what should be hopefully a significant increase in the prize pool as well once we get all the new revelations that will be coming in August. And also as well, the Sorare meetup. I will be in London with John Nellis for the first ever Sorare meetup. I think it's Friday the 5th of August. Stay tuned. Find John on Twitter at John Nellis for details, as well as on YouTube, of course. I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Thanks for your patience with me being off for the last kind of week or so. Tomorrow morning, there's a great video with me and PSU fans Sean Newsham talking about like Sorare perspective and strategy and talent ID and all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoy that tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on a Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and retweet and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.